Hi everybody, it's Rexanna with Garden of Herbs, and today I wanted to come on and shoot a quick video. I'm in my office, and there's been some topics come up to me. As a practicing herbalist, I get asked quite a bit, when I'm doing an intake. They'll fill out a form and they'll say, well, I'm taking this prescription medication, and a lot of times people will say, I can't take that herb because I'm taking a medication. And so that's pretty much what this topic is going to be. Does herbal medication, is taking herbal medication okay if I'm on a prescription? And quite honestly, it just depends. So there are some people out there that think I'm not going to take any herbal medication because I am on a prescription. And I just want to clear up some misconceptions. I want to clear up some misunderstandings. Maybe somebody out there has told you something that they don't have all their facts, or maybe somebody just they don't know, they just are not clear. And so I'm going to share some information with you from an herbal standpoint, and from quite a lot of other people that are in the herbal community, and even some naturopath doctors, and even some medical doctors that are diagnostic doctors that share this same belief. More and more people that I know that have done some studying, and that's, you can go to the pubmed.gov website and say, we're just going to use mullein, for instance. I'm just pulling that out of the air. They have done extensive studying on mullein. Mullein is a respiratory herb, and if somebody is on a medication, you can type in the medication that they're on and see if there's any indications of, like, whatever the medication is on. You can say, what studies have been done, like say if the person's a diabetic, they might be on some sort of medication. Now, this is as of about 3 years ago, okay? 3 years ago, a friend of mine, she was very wanting her husband to use this mullein, and as of 3 years ago, when I pulled it up, the insulin medication that he was on was like one person out of, I think, 50 people could raise his insulin level slightly. Okay, so that becomes down to a personal decision between the person and maybe his doctor. Okay, so whether he decides to take mullein or not take mullein is totally up to them. But I advise that they take a small dose and see if it does anything. What, that's up to that person. Some people can see something written on paper, and they might be that one person, they might not be that one person, because everybody's body chemistry is different. He may not have any reaction to it at all, and he may be able to see what his body does. Some people, out of complete fear, will not do that. And that's what you're operating on. You're operating on a fear base. And some people will say, I just don't want to risk it. But it depends on how severe of a diabetic they are too. So for me, if it was me and my body, I would go ahead and risk it. But it depends on the person as well. So if you are a diabetic and you do want to try an herb to control your actual, high and low glucose level, you can get with an herbalist, and you can, even if you're having blood pressure and you're on a actual prescription, you can get with a herbalist and continue to take the medication and wean yourself off the medication. And you can also talk with your doctor, and you can also be on an herb. A lot of people have the misconception that they're just going to throw away that pill and just get on the herb. It doesn't work that way. So a lot of people think, you know, and they're not going to talk to their doctor. They have to be in communication with their doctor, and they also have to be in communication with the herbalist. And many times the herbalist can communicate with a doctor. But there's not anything such as, if everybody can communicate, and if everybody can, like if you can tell your herbalist, this is what my doctor said, and the herbalist can also tell you what to tell your doctor. A lot of times that's how it ends up working. But I know many people who have weaned themselves off of blood pressure medication. And I know many people who, one of them is my dad. He was told many times to take blood pressure medication and went to get on something and ended up not taking any blood pressure medicine at all. And he also, to this day doesn't take blood pressure medicine. And he has had no ill effects from it. So there are many other people that I know in the herbal community or not in the herbal community. I know herbalists who have helped other people get off of their blood pressure medication, and they're on an herb, and they stay on an herb so that they can support their heart, so that they can support their blood pressure. They're not doing this to deceive their doctor. They're doing this so that they can support their body and support their other systems in their body. And they do it in a fashion, and they're helping their doctor to see that, you don't want to deceive anybody. You don't want to deceive yourself. And you're using herbs this is how they did it a long time ago. They didn't have a lot of these prescription drugs. And you want to live a long, happy life. And me, I take a medication every day, but I also support my other body systems with herbal medicine every day. I get up and I take my herbs every day. I used to have a history of a respiratory ailment, and I weaned myself off of an inhaler, and I used Mullein every day. And after 2 years, I finally had gotten off the inhaler completely. And only in severe instances do I have to get back on that protocol of Mullein and the other herbs that go with it. And it will hit me every, it's just has to be something really major for me to get back on that regimen. But I have to slowly, wean myself back off. But I haven't had to get on an inhaler in a very, very, very long time. So I'm just trying to say this, because sometimes when you take a prescription, your prescription will take away the essential vitamins and nutrients from our body. And we're trying to put in the vital, essential nutrients with herbs. Herbs will supply the vitamins and essential nutrients like minerals to your body. So that's pretty much it. It's going to be a short video. I will leave a link to this video down in the description of the website where some people can go and do their own research. If you have any doubts or any fears and don't feel like it's a natural fear, it's a natural fear to feel like going into the botanical world is, or the herbal community is kind of, it's scary. And in all these different body systems, if you're not familiar with the anatomy of the body, you could be thinking, I've relied on prescription drugs for so long, or over-the-counter drugs for so long, And it's so easy to go there, but sometimes you got to also think about this. With the shortage of, like, um, let's take aspirin and Tylenol and all that for children. I know there's a shortage in Tylenol and ibuprofen for children, and it's really not good for our children to take over-the-counter drugs. Um, the FDA just said, how it's causing liver damage in small children. And the other things that the sleep aids, people are relying on sleep aids too much. So, I mean, you can make yourself a sleep aid at home in a matter of minutes and fall asleep with herbs and essential oils, and they're completely safe. So anyway, I was on a talk show host the other day, and I talked about the use of valerian and how it's the eldest, and also valerian. What is it? Let me say, hang on. It's lavender. Lavender and valerian are the two most used herbs. You can use them in many forms, essential oil, or you can make a tincture, or you can make an oil, anything. But they're the two at the very top of the chart because they've been around for so long. Anyway, I'm not going to keep going on because I know that that's really not what this is about. But I just wanted to say they're safe. And if you don't feel like they're safe, you can always go to the link that I'm going to put in this video and do your own research, because, and if you can find an herbalist or an aromatherapist, you can always try to find one, and I'll put that link down in this video as well. This is Rexanna. I have a shop. I have a website. I'll put that in this link. This is Past Present Herbs, and my website is pastpresentherbs.com. You can always reach out to me. I'll put my email in the description as well. I do hope you have a blessed day, and please, if you have any doubts, always do your own research and find out that people are really getting into herbs, and that it's okay that you're on a prescription medicine. Talk to your doctor about it. Talk to your herbalist about it. That's what we're here for. Okay, y'all have a blessed day. Bye for now.